Hello, I'm Sarah Phillips from VeinTrain. I'm here to talk to you about the Flatpack vein training innovation. It's a simulator for individuals on a large scale, so it can be used globally. And it pops up, the student clicks the QR code and it takes them to training. So it arrives in a small packet, it folds together, the vein goes in. The actual box itself holds all the equipment, and the learner then scans the QR code on the back and follows the program. So here we enter the clinical training room and see if we can really work with the student to look at the real life situation, get the simulator next to them and see how that works. So I'll take you through it now. The procedure starts and we can guide through what's happening and the angles and the smoothness, the protection. And we can start to think about bringing in imagery. So on the right hand, we've got a replay we want to show, and this bit's about opening up the cannula so it's not sticking, so we get smooth approach that we've just seen there. And we really want them to feel like they're in the classroom with each other. So here we can see they learn from each other and think about what goes on inside that cannula. So getting the device out next to them as they're actually looking at this real picture of what's really going on. And what we really want to do is we want them to really understand their equipment, hold it, understand the angles, understand how it fits together. You can show this here and with the vein at the side, so you can see this picture in the right hand corner here. And here we look at this bit here where the tourniquet is released and the needle's gone in and the cannula's pulled back. And at this point I want to engage with the learner and I want them to have a look at just down where we can see the fingers all over the key parts on the patient. We don't want that. And we also want to think now about what happens to that needle. Where is that needle? The important part here is getting that needle out. The cannula's in now. How do we get that needle out and get it to the sharps bin safely? We don't want needles on blankets. We don't want them not safetied, and we want them straight in the sharps bin. So come out, safety the device, and straight in the sharps bin, which should be right next to you. And I'm just going to show you how we do that. So different ways we do that. And if you have a look here, we've got this picture just down to the bottom there where we do it in slow motion, and we teach people on the vein how to get rid of that sharp, bring the cap back, dispose of the sharp immediately and bring that cap back quickly. Now let me show you that again. It can be that fast, and by practicing on the vein we can get this smooth feel. So whilst it looked good, the procedure, the cannulation, and it certainly was, there's some elements to it that will bring problems to that cannula, and these are the things that we want to highlight. So I'll replay the video again now and watch where this needle goes and look at where those fingers are on that patient. Great to have the gauze swab, great to have the gloves. The vein's blocked off and the needle's rested, unfortunately, on the patient's bedside and not into a sharps bin. And this can cause injury to domestic workers, it can cause injury to staff, it can cause injury to the self. It needs to go straight in a sharps bin. It's a common issue, particularly at times of high stress. So now we'll go through it with some help alongside, and if I just take you along here, the student could have their vein here with some gloves on and their equipment here, and you can have the same as a trainer, as a live training session. They can follow our videos on, or we may book in sessions. But the point is that you're with them during this training.